Isn't it?
Oh, my
I like
goodness.
that. Hey, if you've been paying attention through the first 3 weeks of the season, you know that Kawhi Leonard doesn't play back-to-back games for the Clippers, and this week brought their third back-to-back of the season. Leonard played last night in a loss at Houston, so he would sit out Thursday night's meeting with the Pels in New Orleans. But at the same time, Paul George, who had off-season surgery on both shoulders, was able to make his season debut with his new team. What do you say we head to Smoothie King? And Drew Holiday, season high 36. His high had been 19.
Frank Johnson's having a decent year.
He is. And
Derek Favors, 20 rebounds.
Yeah,
20.
That's a career high 20 rebounds.
Man,
for
that's
Derek
great
Favors.
vision right there. If you got 20 vision, you're good.
Paul George in his 24 minutes. 33 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, went 10 out of 17 and 3 out of 5 from deep.
They're going to be tough.
They're going to be tough.
33 in 24 minutes. What are you more interested in seeing, offensively, what it does, or defensively when you've got Kawhi and Beverly and Paul George?
Offensively for me. Because you're going to have great one-on-one players that will have the ability to play one-on-one. I said that one. I think Kobe's only been here one time, and it's like,
And where?
Here in the studio. I don't know if you were here.
Several years ago.
Yeah, well, he was here, and it was right when you had gotten traded. And I said, we were talking about that. I said, man, the worst thing about that trade, Kobe, is you're the best one-on-one player in the league. He's like, yeah, no question. I said, but now you don't get to play one-on-one because they're going to double you because Shaq's gone. And now they were doubling Kawhi Leonard. You cannot double Kawhi Leonard when Paul George is on the floor. So you got two guys who are the best possibly in their position at times, one-on-one players that will get to play one-on-one. That in itself, that's what made Michael Jordan so great. He didn't have guys that you did double.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting, I'm looking at it from a defensive standpoint.
Really?
Because the best two defenders, the best trio I ever seen was Michael, Scotty, and Horace Grant.
Not with Rodman?
No, I thought Horace Grant was a better all-around player, long arms. But you got three guys who are going to be a nightmare. Mm-hmm. You got Paul, Kawhi, and Patrick. If you're a perimeter player and they can throw those guys at you, and that is going to be fun to watch defensively. I mean, they're going to score.
And there's no argument.
There's no
argument either way, I think, because it's going to be fun to watch.
Because Patrick is going to be annoying you. And them other two guys are stoppers.
I'm going to have to go with Kenny on the offensive side. Lou Williams, Paul George, and Kawhi in the same game. Nobody's getting doubled. That trio right there is going to be hard to stop. Getting all the rebounds.
Right, we talking about those two guys are the best. Lou Williams is what we say, always a professional scorer. He can't be doubled now, so no one is going to be doubled.
But you know who's going to put pressure on? Anthony Davis. Because none of those three guys, Anthony Davis.
When they play the Lakers?
When they play the Lakers, to me, Anthony Davis is going to be the wild card. Because Kawhi can go out LeBron. That's going to be a handful. LeBron's awesome.
They can cancel each other out.
They can. But let me tell you something. Them guys are too little to guard Anthony Davis.
Oh, no question.
It's going to put some – Anthony Davis is going to have to dominate offensively.
He gets in the post.
Yeah, he's going to get in the post and just kill them little –
Montreal Harrell, he's going to have to kill
him. He's going to have to kill him.
Yeah.
Clippers fall tonight 132-127 despite the 33 from Paul George. Charles Barkley to Harden. People who like to binge watch Power. Ruined for them.
I'm sorry, Marcus.
We apologize.
Y'all don't want to let him know that Ghost got
wins at 101-93. We talked at halftime about this being the 8th time he trailed at the break, and they're 6-2 now in those games. And Jack told Charles that Denver would win, and he was right. But Chuckster, this had to be the kind of effort in the second half from Denver that you were looking for 48 minutes.
That's what they got to do. I mean, when your coach says, I'm concerned about my team, we've only played one good game out of 11, 12 games. And listen, they were going to come back on Brooklyn because Brooklyn stinks. But when you playing the Lakers, the Clippers,
Utah,
the 76ers, the Bucks, the Celtics, you're not going to be able to get down 12 points and turn it on. I mean, Brooklyn don't have. They're not any good. But you should play better than one out of. You should play. If you're coach, we only play 1 out of 11 or 12 good games. That's.
I would agree with you, Chuck. But I also would say this. During that stretch where you're not playing well, you don't want to be losing games either. So you're not playing well, and then you're winning games. Then all of a sudden we start playing well, and we went 10 in a row, 10 out of 12, or 10 out of 11, and all of a sudden we're 19-5. And we didn't have a drop while we were figuring this stuff out early in the.
While we were having trouble putting 48 minutes of good basketball.
Exactly, because you just don't want to lose during those times.
But if you're playing well, if you're not playing well and you're winning, you still want to harp on it. You want to mention every now and then, like, hey guys, right now our talent is getting us through. But Chuck makes a great point. Against elite teams, we can't do this. We got to pick it up. You don't want to harp on them and keep beating them up. Because they are 8-4. Because, like, you know this, Kenny know this. A lot of teams win, and you don't address your bad habits. But you keep winning, and then it always
then it comes back.
It comes back.
So it's either you're going to turn it on and you're going to go 10 out of the next 11, or you're going to drop 7 out of the next 11.
Because bad habits always come back to bite you early, and they should not.
Especially against a good team.
Especially against a good team. There's no reason this team should have been down 12 at halftime.
And the problem has been offense for Denver in the first 11 games of the season. 27th in scoring, 28th in field goal percentage. Defense has been good. And again, 32 points they hold Brooklyn to in the second half and win at 101-93. The other big story.
Yes, I like this.
With the Portland Trailblazers idle, but it's 4-8 on the year. And Carmelo Anthony has found a new home. How will that fit, Denny?
Well, I just like, the fact that Carmelo Anthony, who has been a great player in this league, has found a home. And he can now we're really going to see, is the end of Carmelo or not? We're going to really get an opportunity. I think Houston last year, it was too short to even tell what was going on. Then afterwards, it wasn't like they played that much better without him. But I just think it's good. They do need a third scorer, and they need to score different ways instead of the all ISO, but they ISO at the 3-point line, McCollum and Damian Lillard. Yeah. Now they'll get those in-between possible baskets to get those 12 to 13 points a game that he could possibly get. He's not going to come in and save this to turn their season around. He's there to make things a little bit easier for McCollum and for Lillard.
I was going to say, sometimes can an addition like this just kind of give you a little bit of spark?
In your normal spot.
No.
And when you start out losing 8 out of 12, I think that.
I'm happy for Carmelo because he's a good dude. This team needs to be broken up. They're regressing. You don't have the best backcourt in the NBA and be 4-8. It's not working. They've got.
You say break it up after 12 games.
Yes.
And you went to Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, but they're not the same.
I'm just asking you. I'm not saying you did it now. I'm just throwing facts out.
I know. I understand.
And so that's all I'm doing.
Harkless is gone.
Okay.
Nurkic is hurt.
Amino is gone.
Zach Collins is
Zach
hurt.
Collins, I love Zach Collins. He's out.
Myers Leonard is gone.
I like.
So maybe my team isn't what it is because of injury.
No, those guys are gone. They traded.
Zach is hurt.
But Aminu and Harkless are gone. But I told you, I think they should break that. That's just my opinion. They should break that game up.
I'm happy for Carmelo. Hopefully he accepts his role. I know he had a problem with coming off the bench. I don't know what the situation is going to be, but I know he's been wanting the chance. So hopefully he can go out and play well. I don't know if he's going to start coming off the bench, but I just want him
He's got to come off the bench.
Yeah,
and he's got to be accepting of that.
Well, he's got no choice now.
Yeah.
But what's going to be interesting is those guards dominate the ball so much.
So he's going to be a spot-up shooter, which he's not.
And I just don't understand how he did.
Houston.
Yeah, I don't think he thank you, Shaq. Yeah. It's actually like he's going to a worse situation because in Houston they only had one guy who dribble. They got two guys who dribble. So
wait.
I note the distinction.
James Harden dribble. Another guy just dribble.
Okay, I got you.
So like I said, we're happy for Carmelo. I know he's glad to get out of the house and his wife got killed on Power.
When we come back,
Come on, Tommy.
Come on, man.
I felt so
Tommy.
Yeah, that was Tommy's girl.
Oh, that was Goat's girl.
For no reason, this team should have been down 12 at half.